Hello everybody, Thrived here on the Feed The Beast MindCrack Spotlight for the tracks that are in this mod pack. And this one is not exactly going to be my shortest, so I'm just going to jump into it. This is the launcher track. It has a force of in between 5 and 30, so I'm going to keep it at the minimum force right now. Just have a booster track to speed this up. And as you can see, it made it jump onto this track, which is an elevator track, which functions as a ladder for players, but for tracks, if it is powered with redstone signal, it will bring tracks up. If it's not powered, it'll bring them down. So that just went down there, connected here, and went around there. And that's a junction track. And that's just a nice four-way intersection. And here we are. And this is the coupler and decoupler track. I'm going to start with the decoupler. Let's say I had these minecarts over here, and I had them linked, and I pushed them over the decoupler track, and as you can see the link is broken. I can create the link again, stop these, and come over here. I will now break the link I just made, activate the coupler track, and push this one ahead. And as you can see, right after they go after that, the link is established. So I just broke the link. And we're going to come over here, Way Detector Track. You don't need these gates around it, but what it will do is basically send a redstone signal into whatever's there. You could have a booster track or a gate or whatever you want. Just boom, it'll open the gate and it'll keep going. On to the next one. This is the suspended track, and one thing about this, it doesn't have a 2-block limit. It actually has a 4-block gap limit. One way to do this is when you're placing it here, you might think that 2 blocks is the limit because you can't place it again, but actually you can turn there and place it 2 more times. So 4-block limit. Not sure what people are going to use that for, but whatever. And I'm going to make a day. If you look at these are different booster tracks. That's the high speed booster, this is the reinforced, and high speed is obviously faster. They do not share the redstone signal that they are getting. So one thing to keep in mind. Oh yeah, reinforced tracks are more durable, and high speed tracks are about 25% faster according to the wiki, but I think they're a little bit faster than 25% faster. And this is a gated one-way track. You can either have it closed and have it open if you want stuff going, or whatever. You can leave it open. I'm just going to use this. It's a better example. As you can see, I'd slowly push things through there and it pushes them that way. Slowly push it that way and it pushes it back that way. And this is actually a control track with a gate on it, even though it's a gated one-way track. And you'll see the control track in a minute. This is the high-speed track. As I said, it travels about 25% faster, but when you're going up slopes, because minecarts weren't designed to go this fast, when you're going up slopes like this, there's a slight chance you might derail. So the best way to go up slopes is just have it go up like this as opposed to doing a design like that. I would also recommend slowing down your minecart. And even better than this, I would recommend the elevator tracks because you can just go straight up. Now coming over here, the boarding track and the train boarding track are exactly the same. When it's powered on, it will push things in the direction the arrow is facing. When it's not powered on, it will hold things and you can't even push them away. It will just grab onto things. So if you do power it, it'll push things. And these both work for both minecarts and these cool little trains. Now coming over here, holding track and train holding track. Virtually the same as these, except if it's powered off, and I put it there, powered on, yeah, it'll just go in a random direction. Went that way, and I'm going to push this one this way, and it keeps going the direction that I was pushing it. It has arrows on both sides. Unlike this, only has arrow on one side. And I also forgot about this priming track. It lights TNT. It needs a redstone signal, and you can take out a crowbar and adjust the fuse time, and every 20 ticks is 1 second. So just take whatever amount of seconds that you want, multiply it by 20, and that's how many ticks you need. and as I said, that'll light TNT going over it. That's pretty much all it does. Coming over here to the switch track and the way track, WYE track. Anyways, to switch these around, you're going to need either a switch lever, switch lever over here, or a switch motor, which is this one, and you can connect it into other stuff, but that's not really rails, so I'm not going to talk about it. It's not tracks. It's not for this tutorial. So if you're looking at this, as you can see, when that is not connected, as you can see, it changes. This minecart will go off to the right. And when it is connected, this minecart will just go straight. And because of this curve, minecart's coming down here, will just go down that way. You can change the orientation of this with a crowbar. Coming over here, this is the control track I told you about. You can change the direction of this with a crowbar or with a redstone signal, so I'll just get myself a lever real quick. So redstone signal will switch its direction, but it does not need a redstone signal to send tracks down whatever way it's facing, or to send minecarts down whatever way it's facing. This is the buffer stop track, pretty much what it looks like. It'll just stop things without making them bounce back. If you're going really fast, it will explode, so I recommend slowing down to a decent speed before hitting that. And this is the embarking track. And I'm just going to minecart up there. You can adjust this radius 1 to 5 with the crowbar, and what that radius is when this is powered on. When a minecart goes over that, if I was close enough, that was weird. Try that one more time. There we go. It automatically picked me up and put me in here because I was close enough to it, and there was a minecart that had room for a passenger going by. Coming over here, this is the lockdown track. Pretty much the same as those tracks over there, except this one will, when it is powered off, it will just hold a cart, and like before, you can't push it out of place until it's powered on. But when it is powered on, it will not push it in any direction. You have to actually go in and move it yourself. Unless it's on an angle, in which case it will move by itself when the signal is on. Over here, advanced detector rail, not track. And this is, you need to use the module toggler and the cargo manager for this. And I don't think that's for this tutorial. Locomotive detector will detect the big trains, and passenger detector detect passengers. And this is the junction rail as opposed to the junction track. And it looks a little bit different, as you can see. And it still works for all the directions. And when I did first place this, it was straight, and then I crowbarred it once and it moved that way. And I cannot crowbar it again. So, not my favorite item, but it does exist. And there are a whole bunch of machines that you can attach to these tracks, and so much stuff. But this tutorial is getting pretty long, and machines are for another tutorial. Probably 12 more tutorials or something, I don't know. Anyways, I hope to see you again later. I hope this helped, and thank you for watching, and I appreciate if you would leave a comment. Have a good day or night.